Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we have a whole lot of special guests here in the studio today. And we're going to talk about, well, you guys are going to put on different hats as you're here, and then we have some more hats, and it's going to be a lot of hats today, right?
Yes.
Well, welcome. We have our friend Kayla Kincaid back from, what hat are you wearing today?
I am wearing a Chamber of Commerce board member hat today.
Okay, very, very good. And
Yes, I'm Laura Willis, and
Yes.
I'm here with the Jackson Area Family Activities
Okay.
Center.
so lots of hats, lots and lots of hats going on. And so the first topic I guess we wanted to talk about today, is it the dance coming up?
Yes, the dance, which
Very-
Kayla is also wearing that hat halfway.
I'm like, now who are you with? They're like, oh, we're with everything. All the stuff and things.
Yes.
So very good. Okay, so let's talk about, so we know at the Jackson Area Family Activities Center, formerly the Y, it's now the Why Not.
The Why Not?
We just
yes.
named it the Why Not.
We did.
It actually,
is catchy. The
Why Not.
Yes.
Robin Scaggs is sitting over in the peanut gallery, and she pulled that out. So I'm very impressed. Yes, but no, you all started this daddy-daughter dance like several years ago, and dude, the thing has like exploded to where you have to have what, like 3 different sessions or something?
Yes, and they sold out this year, so we probably could have done 4. But yes, we did 3.
Number one, most adorable idea ever. But it's just so sweet, and the fact that so many people partake in it is just really, really neat. So y'all decided to do the opposite, right?
Yes.
I actually texted Laura because I am an all-boy mom.
Yes.
And I said, Laura, can we please have something like this? And she responded, she goes, it's already in the works.
Yes.
Laura's a boy mom too.
Yes, exactly. Because I have 2 boys first, and then I had a girl.
Yes.
So I was a boy mom first, and I was kind of looking around at my peer group and realizing that we all have boys, and I thought, well, I can just get my friends to come.
Yeah, right.
But it had a great response, and we've got so many people interested, and it's
Of
sold out
course.
for the first session, and we still have tickets for the second session.
But less than half.
Less than half. Yep.
Very, very cool. So we started out with the daddy-daughter dance, and again, has exploded. So I assume, since this one's going to as well. So what a great idea. And it's just a fun time for you all to get to bond and
Right.
with your
Yes,
babes.
and it's right before Mother's Day,
Yes.
so that was the connection there to May. So it's the Saturday before Mother's Day and whatnot.
That's so
it gives
thoughtful.
the little boys a chance to be with their mamas, and yeah.
Well, they still like you, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
No. So tell us all about the details. What will go on, and like what's the attire, and how do you sign up, and all that stuff.
Okay, so it's May 10th, and there are 2 dances. One of them is at 4:30, and the other one is at 7. And so they're 90 minutes each, give or take a little bit there.
Okay.
We are going to have them there in the gym. So you'll come in, you get to have a photo opportunity just informally with your phone. And then we've got Erin Johnson doing photos as well once you get inside. So like an actual formal photo. So unlike a frequently asked question is it going to be like the daddy-daughter dance where the girls, walk down the carpet and whatnot? It's not like that because it's more focused on entertainment than it is on actual dancing. So there will be dancing, but dancing's kind of one of the segments rather than the main show. So that, to keep our boys engaged.
I was going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, I can imagine that the boys
Right.
aren't real keen on going and
Yes.
dancing with mom for an hour and a
Yeah.
The
half.
entire time. So another committee member we have is Geneva Conley.
Uh-huh.
And her and I have worked together as far as planning the activities. So we have scheduled Mark Wood to be there for both sessions.
Okay.
So he will be there for 45 minutes during both.
Okay.
And he will be, making balloon animals, balloon hats for the kiddos. They can come up very informal, just on their own little schedule. And then we've also set up a couple other stations. So we're going to have face painting, temporary tattoos, a couple carnival-style games that we're
Sweet.
linking. Just some different things to keep all kiddos entertained. That way, nobody's getting bored.
Right. And then Tommy Hill is our DJ.
Nice.
So he's going to be doing that portion, and rather than your formal dances, it's more like the limbo and, other different types of dance games, so to speak, interactive dances. And there will be, the sentimental closing dance or whatnot.
Aww.
But
this is
for
just so
the
cute.
most part. And then on top of all of it, the theme is Sunday, Sondae, like a Sunday, like ice cream sundae. And Michael's is sponsoring us and donating ice cream, and we're going to have ice cream sundaes. So Mika is on our committee as well.
Aw,
So,
thanks,
yes.
Mika. She's such a good
Yes, she is.
She is.
pal. I mean, no, number one, if you got a friend that makes bubbles, it's not really necessarily a bad thing. But no, she's always there for everybody, and she does a great job. And who doesn't like a Michael's bubble, right?
Right. So lots of things going on. We've got all sorts of activities, as Kayla was talking about. We've got the ice cream. We've got the dancing. We've got, I feel like something else, probably. The photos.
Yes, there's one more thing potentially, but we'll
Yes.
save that as a
Ooh, a
surprise.
surprise.
But it's special for the moms. Very special for the moms of
okay.
kids.
I know what it is.
Yes.
We'll come
it's
back.
a surprise.
We'll come back on May 12th and talk about
Okay. If we know, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
There's that.
If we can pull it off, we'll talk about it.
Yes, but this has been a really good opportunity for community sponsorships because we have had so many individuals and different groups come up and say, hey, we'd like to sponsor, whether it be through purchasing some items or doing an actual sponsorship. So it's been great. There's too many to list them all,
Yes, there
but we
is.
can throw it on our Facebook page.
You know who you are. Thank you.
Everybody. Yes, but Red Apple Realty is one of them. So
Yes, thank you.
So,
And she came up with the why not.
yes, there we go. Very valuable.
I was like, dude, we have to make shirts that say the why not. It has
I
to
like
be.
it. You can kind of put the in parentheses, not.
Because it will now and forever be called the why. Like, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I know it's not supposed to be, but that's how it goes.
It's tricky, yes. 'Cause I came on after it was called Jackson Area Family Activity Center, and yet everyone still calls it the Y.
Yeah.
so,
It's
been the
including
Y for so
myself.
long.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been
sustainable
years and
piece.
years. Yes.
So it's still on the Y Drive, the road.
Stop. Is it really?
It's really still working out.
Forever attached.
I don't know how to change that. So there's
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's so funny.
so there's that.
Yes, it is definitely forever attached. Yes. No. Okay. So, how do people get tickets? How do they sign up
Yes.
for this dance?
So we have an online programming portal that is available at jafac.org. But you can also call in. You can also stop in. Oh, we've got an open house on Saturday. You could stop in and get them then.
Oh, this coming Saturday.
Yep, on April 26th.
Uh huh.
Yes.
And is that for everybody?
It's for anybody, yep.
Okay.
Everybody, anybody. It's mostly geared at programming for sports and children, like youth athletic programming. Kelcie Stewart is the athletic director there, and she is going to be there alongside me. And we're going to just, answer questions or help people get signed up for things, give tours, that type of thing.
Love it.
But one of the things that's on our agenda is the mother-son dance, so we can talk about that as well. So,
Yay!
Yes.
What a fun thing to get to talk about.
Yes, yeah. But to answer your question, tickets are $35, and that includes your ice cream. It includes all of your goodies. It includes your entertainment. It includes
Everything. Yeah.
except for the photos. So Erin Johnson has a separate fee, but aside from that, but she does a really quick turnaround and digital photos and everything. So
That's awesome.
yes.
Okay, question. What if there's one mama and numerous sons? How does that work?
So if you have more than one son, so $35 is for you plus one son.
Okay.
Each additional son is $10.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's a thing.
Yes,
Like,
it is a thing.
I have 3 that are coming with me. So.
okay. Yeah, and I don't know. Do they do that with the daddy daughter
Yes.
too? Okay, because I'm like, that wouldn't be, I'm going to choose you this year.
Right, exactly.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
and even with that too, it's on there if you want to bring an additional parent who's a mom, or if you want to bring an additional grandma, additional whatnot.
Okay.
So that way you
Like
get
another female figure.
Exactly, and there's a whole bunch of ways that you could see that happening. But one of the ways that we love seeing is the co-parenting. You know, you've got sometimes a stepmom and a biological mom who both want to come, and they don't need to.
And I also feel like this is a good time to kind of put out there that we welcome, those grandma figures, those aunt figures who, are maybe fulfilling that motherly role. Because,
right.
We know that sometimes there are situations that are that way. So any motherly figure in your child's life is welcome to bring your child.
Listen, it's very inclusive. Let's just say that. So, like, any mother figures or anybody that has a role in that child's life would certainly be welcome.
Yep. 2-parent households, everything. So we've got a lot going on, and you can actually select that on the form.
Okay.
So if you do fall into that situation where you want to bring another adult who is also going to be, with that same son, you just check it on the form, and it's additional $10.
Super easy.
Super easy.
Yeah.
So
don't think it's going to be too complicated.
No, it's good.
And we are paying attention to like allergy sensitivities. There's a section for that. So any kiddo who might have, food allergy, anything, we can know that ahead of time to help prepare as well.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've got all that covered.
Truly are trying to be all inclusive.
You guys are so moms. You're thinking of all this stuff.
Yes. So it's been a lot of fun, I think, and we've got a really good committee. It's been very phenomenal the whole time, and lots of involvement. So I'm sure it'll come back.
Love that. Oh, this is going to be so fun, and so what will be like the attire? Because I know when we do the daddy-daughter, I mean, the little girls wear pretty fancy dress. They get all dressed up and all that. So are we doing that, or are we not making the boys dress up? Because I can kind of see where that might be a struggle.
It's welcomed.
We actually put on the flyer a Sunday attire. Kind of like a spring dress. I think, the moms want to get dressed up. Mm-hmm. And so the theme overall in terms of color is meant to be like mint ice cream. So like a light green or whatnot. We had a lot of individuals for the daddy-daughter dance dressed in purple because of the Wonka theme. So we might see some light green going on here. But cute. Anything is welcome, truly. We might have people dress up like ice cream cones. I don't know.
We talked about that.
Well, we are doing face painting. Did we mention that?
Yes.
Okay. So you can get your whole face and into an ice cream cone. I'm trying to convince somebody to do their hair in an ice cream cone. Like put it all the way up.
One of the committee members is halfway willing.
Yes. So we might see that.
I love it.
There's a lot of variation. It might not be as formal as the daddy-daughter dance, but it gives you that flexibility to choose if you want to, do a cute little spring Mother's Day type dress, or just, whatever you want, jumper, whatnot, romper.
Whatever you're comfortable in, do that.
Yes. Because some boys might not want to dress up, and that's perfectly okay. We don't have to choose that battle. So
correct. Yes, the old pick your battle situation, you don't pick that one.
Right. So yeah.
You will dance with me and you will dress up. No! This is awful.
That's exactly what we're trying to do.
Yes, exactly.
It's a lot more. If I were to describe it to a friend, I would call it more of a carnival than So it's got stations. It's very engaging to keep the boys' attention spans.
And it's only, it's an hour and a half of your life, right?
Yes.
Like, or their
it'll go
life.
By quickly.
Yeah. Oh, it'll go so fast.
Yes.
That will be really quick. Okay. So, and then let's mention that open house again.
Sure.
Because I think that's a really great opportunity for people that might not know what goes on to see the
Sorry.
Not why. The why not. Are you trying to keep your hair down again?
Well, I realized that I just looked at it, and it's like one side is maybe like 3 inches longer than the other.
She's nuts.
So anyway, message me if
No,
you
we
do
were
hair.
just excited that you actually didn't get caught in the rain this time. Because she's been here 2 other times
I need
recently
to redeem myself yet again.
You're great. You stop it.
But anyway, okay, yes. So the open house is on Saturday. It
Yes.
starts at 11 a.m. It is there at the gym inside, like the actual gym, which used to
Okay.
be called the gym. The Y used to be called the gym. So
I forgot about that. Yes, it did originally.
Yes, a little fun fact. And then basically you can just come in and you can see the facility. You can check out if you've not been there in a while, or you just want to see new equipment, or if you want to see if it's a good place or a good fit for you and whatnot. We have programming coming up this summer that is streamlined about youth sports and whatnot and athletics
cool.
and whatnot. Keisha and I will be chatting about some of the things that we have going on.
Love it.
So one of the things that we have going on is Josie Rader from Faith and Fitness is coming and doing the morning day camp on fitness and that type of thing. So we
Is that for the kiddos?
for the kids.
Okay.
So a lot of the emphasis on Saturday is the families portion of the family activities, things for
Great.
your kids.
Okay.
We're adding a children's activity room so that way when your kids are there, or I guess when you are there exercising, your kids 3 years old enough can be
Oh,
in the room.
okay.
So yes.
So you don't have to worry about babysitters and all that stuff.
And I'm going to chime in and say that my children got to attend the preview of that, and it was wonderful.
Oh,
They enjoyed it
good.
So much.
Good.
It's going to be a great.
So they had a
option.
good time.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm just going to tell you, if you send your kid to be worked out by Josie, they'll sleep the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I did a Josie boot camp at the Then Y one time, and I thought I was gonna die. I thought she was gonna kill me. It's a really good thing she's sweet.
Yes.
She's so nice while she's
said,
killing
I've
you.
not been to any of her workouts.
Oh,
I just
girl.
go to the faith part. I can't
They're
do that.
intense sometimes, but they're good.
This one was a kick your booty.
Yes.
It was like over Christmas break or whatever,
Oh, okay.
and work those pounds off
Yes.
and whoo.
So
Yeah.
that would be a great activity for kids. And
Yeah.
she's
I'm not.
Yes.
She's not going to kill your
No,
kid.
no,
I
no.
promise.
She's great with children.
Yeah, no, she is.
They
She's
will
awesome.
all be alive.
Yes, I promise you, they will be in good hands.
Yes, but that's one of the things. And Keisha Stewart herself is doing a basketball one and whatnot. So
Okay.
we've got some things going on that we're going to share about and happening. And if anybody wants to suggest something or say, hey, I play
Yeah.
volleyball or something like that, that's your time to be able to communicate with us and tell us what's happening and whatnot.
Okay.
So everything, and again, the child activity room, that's kind of in the works, and that's a multiple hat situation for me as well. So Apple Tots is running that.
Okay,
and
great.
Then we are going to just do activities. So it's, again, 3 and up. You have to be potty trained and whatnot. So
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of Apple Tots, you have moved.
we did.
So tell us about
are.
that while you're here.
Yes. I was trying to avoid that, but that's okay. I don't like to look so busy. But
Well, you are, so let's
Yes.
just mention it.
But nonetheless, Apple Tots is over at 731 East Main Street now. It's in the back of the Evans Center.
Evans
and
Center.
I am new to Jackson. I've lived here for going on 3 years this summer, and it took me 2 years to realize there was a back of the Evans Center. So it's over there. And I live like within walking distance of that. So just in case you didn't know it was there, it is there. So we are.
Yes, and there's plenty of parking. It's great.
Yes, we're
Easy
in
to get in and
the
out.
old Dr. Ben's office.
Okay.
Yes, and so we haven't taken down the sign yet, so you can get a vision exam too if you want, maybe. Thank you for welcoming me.
Oh my gosh, is there still like an eye chart?
You know what? There was.
How
Like,
funny.
it's in the back room. It's in the closet. So
We can make that an interactive
I
stuff.
was gonna say, I mean, we can use that for the
thought that
kids.
it could be a good imaginative play experience.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, that's where we are. And so it's
Good
a
deal.
little bit bigger. We've got better
Yeah.
parking, which has been really nice. It's been a
Yeah.
great facility so far. We've had a couple of activities. We just had an Easter egg hunt that happened and whatnot.
Fun.
So yeah,
Love that.
it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I
So-
just wanted people to know that you didn't
Yes.
you didn't move away. You just moved.
No, and it happened quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's how we're connected. That's how we know each other because we were neighbors over there on Broadway.
Oh yeah. Okay,
So,
that is
yeah,
so right.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, very good. Now, are you still on Broadway?
No, so I was going to move locations in January just bigger space
Yeah.
to kind of move all of my stuff in. And the day I moved out was the day I also found out I was pregnant. So my life has dramatically changed.
Oh.
It's so exciting. Great.
So I mean, I'm still running business, but it's slowed down tremendously because I needed that break.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just working out of my house.
Okay.
And we're kind of just figuring it out as we go.
I gotcha.
Because, you know, I'm gonna have another boy. So
I
I'll
was
have
going to
4
say,
boys.
is this one
Yep.
going to be a girl?
Nope. Be a boy. Another
Just
boy.
can't make that girl, can you?
Apparently not. So I told my husband, I said, you're real good at keeping that name going. But we're excited. So.
Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, so do you want to, women's leadership, are you two talking about that also?
I am not.
Okay.
I'm attending it though. So
Okay.
but
But
yes,
I am on
you're
the committee for planning this.
Well,
myself.
let's bring that up and talk about that, because as someone that attended last year, you can kind of put your 2 cents in for that.
Yeah, and she could share too, because we are going to kind of change it just a little bit, how we did it. So myself, Kelcie Stewart, and Josie Rader, we came up with this idea last year to hold a Women in Leadership Summit. We had initially planned it for March because there's International Women's Day.
Yes.
But life was just a little too crazy this year, so we bumped it to May. So that's going to be May 12th. It's on a Monday at the Marquee from 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
You do need to purchase a ticket, but they're only $20. And
Okay.
that will include, we're going to have a nice charcuterie board spread from one of the local businesses here, potentially refreshments from Jenny from Spout on Main. She catered those last year with her cart.
Great.
The Broadway Blooms is also going to provide florals, so that way each participant at the end, they'll get to make and take a bouquet. And then we have 3 different speakers that we've got lined up right now. And last year, which this is the biggest change, last year we decided to do a panel style. And we set that up all in the foyer. But this year we're planning to actually move to the auditorium.
Oh, okay.
And we're giving each speaker a 15-minute segment. So we have Emily McDaniel. She is the owner of Neal & Co. She is going to come and speak on social media and, give some tips, tricks, how you can kind of grow your business with that. And that's applicable across the board for any business.
Yes.
That was something we were trying to really think about when we were trying to pick speakers, was what areas we could pick that would be beneficial to everyone. And then the other 2 are actually chamber members. So we have Sammy Perkins and Macy Arthur, who are both going to come in, and they're going to speak about business financing and provide some information with that. And then we've also set up with, Lindsay from Elbrook Marketing. She's going to come in and she's going to set up an information table.
Okay.
So that way any participant can come in and just speak with her about marketing opportunities.
Sure.
And any help. We also have Nikki Strite. She's going to set up and do headshots on scene. So, you can set it up there, get your professional headshot from her.
Love that.
The details. So it's just a good time to mingle and connect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So did you have a good time last year?
Yes, yeah, and my business started last year right after that, so that was actually a really good opportunity for me to network and meet some individuals and whatnot. Because before that, coming into Jackson, I was 22 weeks pregnant and a new person in town. Didn't really know anybody. I came from Toledo, so I was experiencing culture shock and cravings, and I couldn't get them. So I might have been a little hangry if you met me during my first year here. But
Lord, she apologizes.
Yes, but nonetheless, so that was actually a really good opportunity for me to expand my outreach and meet some individuals, and it was a really good time. I had a good time. So good food, good fun.
And that's the thing. Sometimes, even though we live in a small town, we get stuck kind of in our own bubbles at work, socially speaking. It's just sometimes you don't meet all the people that you should. So something like this is a wonderful opportunity to get to meet others, and the networking thing is so good because you make all these connections, and maybe you didn't know that business existed, or this person is capable of doing this, and it's something that you could do in your own business, or I don't know. It's just a really good idea. I love that.
Yeah, and it was a good opportunity, and I like your switch there to give some variety, because last year it was a panel, and it was nice to hear from everyone, but to add variety and be able to have that focused effort will be a good time too.
Sure.
make it.
They've been working very hard on their presentations. I heard from one of them yesterday morning, and she was sending me the pointers that she was going to go over and was asking, is this okay? Is there anything else? And I said, that is perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to hear.
Very good. Yes. And okay, so how do people get tickets for that?
So the chamber has set up an event on Facebook, and there is a link through there that they can click, register, pay, all the things. And
Okay.
it'll come straight through.
On the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce
Facebook page.
Okay. Very, very good. All right. Is that it for you?
I believe so.
Okay. So we have some other ladies waiting in the wings. So we're going to have a couple of messages here. We're going to do some switching around and come back and talk about some more chamber events. So thank you for stopping by. It's
so
always good to
much.
see
Yes,
you.
yes.
And your hair is great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
All right, and we are back with our good friends, and all of you are chamber members. So, Kayla got to stay on. You just moved.
Yes, just a little bit.
Just moved. She shifted. And then we have, of course, Robin Scaggs with the Why Not over there, and Tricia Humphreys. And so, welcome, ladies. And you all are on the Chamber of Commerce. So, we have a lot of events coming up that are exciting. So let's talk about it. See, you're the president, right?
Right.
Lucky you.
Yeah, it just kind of falls into place.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the fun stuff that the chamber is doing. You are so active now.
Yeah, well, you heard about the Women in Leadership.
Yep.
That's the one that's coming up next.
We actually have the sidewalk market that'll be the kickoff. So that's
Yay!
next Thursday.
That
We're
means
bringing
it's
that
gonna
back.
it's gonna get warm.
Yes, that's
Yes.
our hope.
Yes.
That's our hope. Nice weather, no rain. Speaking that into existence.
Yep.
But
Love
that'll
it.
be next Thursday, May 1st. Our vendors come up, they start setting up at 5, so they have from 5 to 6 to get everything ready. And then our market runs from 6 to 9.
Okay.
We've got quite a few signed up for that. And then we have the Women in Leadership. That'll be the following week. That'll be that Monday, May 12th, or actually it's 2 weeks after, sorry. And then we don't have another event until the sidewalk market again in June. So those will be the first Thursday between May and December.
Okay.
So it's always, very rarely do we cancel that. I mean, it has to be very
It has to be
nasty,
really icky.
one
Like
of
threatening weather.
Yeah,
Yes,
harmful
pretty
to,
much.
like where somebody could get
Yes,
hurt.
it is rain or shine. So, I mean, there is that. But then we have our golf outing in June.
June 28th at Franklin Valley Golf Course. We do that every year.
Okay.
It's a good, we did switch it to Fridays. We used to do it on Thursdays, but then it was hard for some of the guys to get back to work on Fridays.
Better.
So-
I smell what you're
Yes.
cooking there.
Yeah, so we switched it to Fridays. We have a really good turnout. I think last year we had about 16 teams.
I think it was about that.
Yeah, so That's the 28th of June, which then we go right into the 5K on July 4th. So those are like 2 crazy weeks right there.
Yes.
And that's always a huge turnout.
Oh
That was very
gosh.
large.
That
last
4th
year.
of July thing
Right?
is nuts.
I don't understand why people run on purpose, but
Same girl, but I
look
will.
behind me because I'm chasing me.
I know. Say, I will support you. I will support the heck out of you, but just don't ask me to run.
I'm not a runner, I'll walk. But
And you
Yes.
can walk. so.
yes,
Yes,
you can.
and you can.
We saw a lot of moms actually pushing strollers, things like that with their kiddos.
Yes.
Those young and old. all
You know,
ages.
and I mean, I've seen people bring their pets, you know, their dogs. You can push them in a stroller too if you
Yes, you
want, or walk, or run, you know, whatever. So, all good with that.
Right.
So, oh, okay. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. So, all right. So, chamber events. So, the sidewalk markets sometimes have themes. Are there any themes coming up that people need to kind of know about?
So the May theme is focused around kindness. It is also National Day of Prayer, so there's going to be some different events focused with that. Josie Rader with Faith and Fitness has organized that portion. But many of those will coincide during the sidewalk market as well.
Great.
But our biggest focus for May is spreading community kindness. I don't know if you've noticed, some of the local businesses have had Buckeye Community Center come paint their windows, and the theme has been focused around kindness, and that's why. We're really trying to
Love
promote
that.
that within our community.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, just be nice.
Yes.
We started that theme a long time ago here on that show. I even have a shirt that says "Be nice."
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Sometimes we all need that reminder.
Yeah, it's not hard.
yeah. Just before you spew out something venomous, think. And we do all need that reminder because none of us are perfect. I get that, but yeah, just be nice. So very good. So Robin, what's going on with you down there?
Well, I'm a vice president of the chamber, Jackson Area Chamber. I wear a few hats. Of course, we're all community members. The chamber, we all volunteer. We work hard at these events.
Sure.
And we have our meetings, and we try to come up with ideas for our businesses that are members. And it's important, if you are a business and you're not a member, get a hold of us, because there are a lot of benefits to it.
Or even ideas of what we could do to help benefit businesses. I mean, that's the whole point of the chamber, is to try to help promote businesses. We've done things in the past, like the egg hunt. We just wrap that up. Where, you know, you go to a business and you get an egg, and you know you get different prizes. So just trying to get people in the door to businesses. So any idea is welcome. We'll try to do what we can do. We did a bingo last year, the year before. Just, you know, marking off when you go to a place, you get a stamp or a sticker. And
I remember that.
Get
Yeah, that
bingo,
was cool.
and so, you know, we try to get people in the door and promote the businesses. And
If any of our members have ideas, let us know, because we're definitely willing to do those.
Yeah, absolutely. And how can someone join the chamber if maybe they aren't a chamber member?
on their, the website. There should be there's a membership or a contact me kind of situation. They can do that.
Or they can always get in reach with one of the board members, and we can help them with that process too.
They're not hard to find, I promise you.
We're all over the community.
Or call. You can call the chamber and talk to Brian or Kelcie. They'll answer the line, and they can point you in the right direction.
Absolutely. And Brian will probably even get in his car and come see you and
110%
take that check right from you.
He'll hunt you down. I mean, come visit you.
Yes. He's a hoot, let me tell you. But no, you should be a member if you have a business. Certainly there are so many benefits to being a chamber member, and the whole point of it is to help local businesses. So it's nice to have that little extra force behind you.
And it's not just for downtown businesses. No. It's for all of the businesses.
Yeah.
We want all of them to become members so we can help every one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Okay, so are there any other events you guys wanted to talk about while you're here?
We do have a ribbon cutting next week.
Yes, at Drake's.
Drake.
Yes.
The former Robin's Nest.
Yes.
So we have that. I don't think we have any. We do also do business after hours, but I don't think we have any scheduled currently. So We had one at L.A. Mills Mercantile. So,
Yep.
Yep. So, that was my first time ever being in there. Like, so you could get lost. It's like
Oh,
it's forever.
it is such a cool store.
So
Yeah,
that
if you
is a
haven't
nice thing
been.
to do. Like, the business after hours, you actually get you in the door, and then you're like, oh, to new places, and check it out. And so, but we don't have any currently. But if you're interested in a business after hours and you remember, let us know. We can do that for you.
And we pride on these ribbon cuttings. We love, excuse me, allergies. We love
I get
seeing
it.
all of these new businesses coming into our community, and we love being a part of that.
I'm telling you, so if you haven't seen Drake, what he has done with the former Robin's Nest, it is, and he does tattooing, and then he's going to have other tattoo artists joining him, and it is gorgeous in there. He has done a really good job, and so I want to give him a shout out too. And he's a sweet guy. So yep. And if you want a tattoo, look him up. Okay, so and the sidewalk markets, are they the last or
They're
the
the
first?
first Thursday.
First Thursday.
First Thursday.
Okay, very good. So you can always pencil those in and make sure that you attend those as well. What if you're a vendor and you want to participate?
So every month we put out a new, it's just a Google form.
Okay.
But it comes back through to us because I use that information to then take people's requests where they want to be, to place them along the streets where they're going to be set up. And something new this year that we're trying out is, we've had a couple of vendors, they loved their spot last year. So they've asked, hey, can we, pay a little bit extra to secure this spot for every market? So I believe we're going to kind of try that out this year. We've kind of placed those few there. So, we've had good turnouts. Now, of course, some months, just because of sports weather, it's lower than others. But typically, our summer months are really, really good. They're well attended. When I had a downtown business, those were some of my favorite evenings.
Oh, yes.
Not just for business, but, it was good. But the community, just seeing everybody come together. There were so many people on the streets. You would meet new faces. It's a great way to connect, and there's always something to do more than just shopping.
Yes.
Always. We always try to plan, some little activities too throughout.
Some little fun stuff to do. Well, very good. Well, girls, is there anything else you wanted to talk about while you're here?
I don't think so. I think we've pretty well covered it. Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, we appreciate you so much
Thank you
stopping
for
by.
having us.
Thank you for doing what you do with the chamber, because it's no easy feat, and keeping all us business people in line. So, all right. Well, I think up next we have a video from our good friend Josh. Am I right? Okay, Adrian says yes. He hasn't thrown anything at me. So we're going to hear from our good friend Josh Willett about some of the cool movie stuff coming up. And then we'll be back with some news after that.
Good morning, everyone. I am Liv, and I am here with Josh, and we're going to talk about some movies coming out.
Yay!
Yes.
Movies. Actually, today, and unfortunately, we're recording this on Wednesday, and you're going to see this on Thursday, but Wednesday is National Movie Day.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either until this morning, because we didn't do anything spectacular for it. But anyway, National Movie Day, encouraging people as always to make your way to the theater, and the fact that movie theaters are great small businesses. We provide jobs in the community, entertainment in the community. So it was a great day to celebrate National Movie Theater Day. And here in Jackson at Tri-City, of course, we are working our way through, continuing through our renovation project that's happening. And this weekend, we are slated to have all 4 screens open back up.
Heck
So very happy about that. And our concession stand has had some work done this week, and our new fountain machines will be installed and ready to go for everybody. The plan is they should be ready. Again, you're watching on Thursday. They should be ready this evening. So that's been the excitement there in the theater. And of course, we're constantly doing updates and things with the other theaters as well. But so we've got several new movies this week. The big thing, of course, for me is just letting you know whatever is new is coming.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what has been playing in theaters and will still be at Tri-City. I'm not going to pull up anything for it because we've already talked about it in the past. Yeah. Minecraft movie, of course, is still going very strong. King of Kings was very popular for us this past weekend, of course, with it being Easter. I've heard so many great things about the movie and Angel Studios. So really excited. You're going to want to catch that probably sooner than later. Within the next week or so, King of Kings will probably be gone. Sinners was the Michael B. Jordan movie that we talked about last week. It actually opened as the #1 movie in the nation, finally dethroning Minecraft. So that one has been really good for us as well. And then this week, we will add at Tri-City our 4th movie. And that 4th movie is The Accountant 2. So I never watched the original Accountant movie, but I know a lot of people know this one, kind of building their own franchise with The Accountant. Ben Affleck is the main star in that. J.K. Simmons is also in that movie as well. So if you want to know about it, Christian Wolff has a talent for solving complex problems. When an old acquaintance is murdered, leaving behind a cryptic message to find the accountant, Wolff is compelled to solve the case. So the Accountant movies, I believe, are very much they're action thriller movies. Lots of people say lots of great things about it. It is the anticipated, probably #1 movie of the week. So that's playing at all 3 theaters for us, Tri-City, Silver Screen, and Danbury. So that is the new movie at Hope. One in particular that I mentioned last week as kind of our big 1 week I'm super excited about is, of course, Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, 20-year anniversary. So, of course, if you're a fan of Star Wars, I even heard a rumor yesterday that I cannot verify, but there's a rumor that Episode 4, so the original, A New Hope, is coming to theaters again. So I don't know that for certain, but there is that rumor. So if you're a Star Wars fan getting out there for this 1 week only event, in fact, it's only 6 days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the only days you'll be able to see that. It will not extend. So if you've always wanted to see Star Wars Revenge of the Sith on the big screen, this is your chance. So get out and catch that as quick as you can. The next movie will be playing also in Chillicothe and in Gallipolis at Silver Screen, and it's the movie Until Dawn. So this is a new horror movie, and I was telling Liv off air that the only thing that I can compare it to, of course, strong bloody violence, gore, language throughout, whatever, is it is kind of a horror movie meets Groundhog Day.
That's an interesting concept.
So I thought that was cool. 1 year after her sister mysteriously disappears, Clover and her friends head into the remote village where she vanished in search for answers. Exploring an abandoned visitor center, they find themselves stalked by a masked killer and horrifically murdered one by one.
Oh, gosh.
Only to wake up and find themselves back at the beginning of the same evening.
Because it's based off a video game, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's what Jade said.
So I don't know anything about that particular video game, but I think that the other part of it is that they realize they only have so many lives. So that part of it sounds very video game to me. Do you have any insight on that particular movie or on the video game even?
So the video game doesn't have the time loop aspect, but it does have multiple characters that you switch perspective between. And if a character dies, they're fully gone from the story. Like, it writes them out of the story, but you can keep everyone alive if you try hard enough.
Okay. So it sounds like that's the concept. So for my video game people out there, I'm sure that this one will be super popular this weekend at those theaters. Again, sorry it's not in Jackson, but it is available for you to go catch at one of the other 2 theaters. And then the last one I want to mention, this one is only in Chillicothe. I had a chance to learn a little bit about it at CinemaCon, and this is the movie Cheech and Chong's Last Movie.
Oh, goodness.
So if you were a fan of Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke back in the 1970s, you know, Cheech and Chong, we don't think about it now, but in their time, they were, you hear about the famous comedy duos that exist over time, Abbott and Costello, but Cheech and Chong are the perfect example of that. And their movie Up in Smoke was a huge phenomenon at the time. And knowing that it's just, you know, two guys smoking pot. It's what it seems like. But this one is a kind of a biography for them. It's a documentary. It's a documentary and a comedy. Okay. So if you are fans of Cheech and Chong, I believe that it's Cheech Marin's daughter that had something to do with getting them together. But you can see on the poster that it's them looking in the rearview mirror, and these guys are pretty old now. Yeah. Sorry when I call Cheech and Chong old, but they've just the fact that they're doing it, and they've all had fantastic careers for years and years. But getting them back together to do this. Cheech and Chong's last movie defies documentary expectations, offering a wildly imaginative take on a genre convention, a true life tale, though are told through a mix of animation and archival madness, all underscored by a classic cinematic road trip comedy.
Love that.
So, yeah, that one is going to be a lot of fun. Again, I'm not sure how long it will be around. It will only be in Chillicothe for us. We were just excited to actually get it. It is not wide released. So this is one you want to catch on the big screen. That'll be fun. And so that's it for this week. But I do have tickets on sale for the next big, I'm going to call it the next blockbuster that is coming out. And that is the new Marvel movie, Thunderbolts. So this one is again, I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but for me, this is another great Marvel kind of anti-hero movie. Marvel Studios and a crew of indie veterans who sold out present Thunderbolts in a reverent team-up featuring depressed assassin Velena Belov, I guess. It's Florence Pugh, alongside the MCU's least anticipated band of misfits. So the Marvel movies are always fantastic. I'm thinking of it in terms of a gang of, if you're a Deadpool fan and you're a Marvel fan, you are probably going to love this one as well. We're anticipating it being big enough that it is playing in two screens for us in Gallipolis and in Chillicothe. Right now, it's only one screen, but depending on anticipated pre-sale tickets, if you want to catch Thunderbolts in its opening weekend, I definitely encourage you to buy your tickets in advance. You don't have to buy them online. You can buy them in person, but you can always go to any of the theater's websites, TriCityTheater.com, SilverScreenVII.com, or Danbury.com. All of those things are there, and there's always download the Danbury app. Having it right there on your phone, it's the best place to get the most up-to-date information. As soon as I put it in the computer, it is out there for you all to see, and a great place to buy your tickets. So, anything else you wanted to ask me about? Because I spent the whole time talking.
What movie are you most excited for this week?
For me, it's got to be Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Again, just an iconic comedy duo. Seeing them coming back together, I think that this is something that I don't want to miss. And of course, Star Wars. If you just because of Disney owning the Star Wars movies now, you can't just we can't call. Even during our free summer movie series, which is something else I guess I should mention, we'll be announcing our free summer movies. That series will start in June on Tuesdays in Jackson, Wednesdays in Gallipolis, and Thursdays in Chillicothe. We are finalizing our list, and there's actually going to be a Facebook or a social media thing where we're going to ask people to help us pick pick the final movie of the series. We have a couple different ones that we're trying to choose from. So we'll be putting that out there for people to vote on as well. We've looked at The Wizard of Oz, knowing that, seeing that on the big screen, and the popularity of Wicked.
Wicked, yeah.
We love doing Christmas in July. You didn't see it? Oh my gosh, you have to see it. Christmas in July is always fun for us, so we did talk about doing Elf. So seeing Elf on the big screen could be fun. So there'll be a couple different movies that we're going to put out there, and we're going to ask people to kind of vote on which one that they would like to see during that.
So cool.
So we will have that full list out for the summer movies end of the month, which is of course getting closer and closer every day. So we'll have that list out for summer movies as well. That's all I've got, which finally, I did this one as a short one. We've been taking 30 minutes every time. So I want to give while I'm here with you, I want to give a birthday shout out to my wife, Mrs. Movie Theater, Cora Willett. Yes. Cora has her birthday. This will be airing on her birthday. So happy birthday to her. And as we're recording this right now, my father has his birthday. And I know I always say hi, Mom, to my mom out there. I know she loves to watch this stuff with us as well. So thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you all very soon at the movies. Hi, Mom.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back. Thank you, guys, for letting us know all this fun movie stuff. This is great. I can't wait for The Accountant, too. I loved the first one, so I'm excited. You guys haven't seen it? Oh, it's really good. And Cheech and Chong. Hello. Yeah. Do you guys even know who Cheech and Chong are? Okay, a little bit. Well, we're waiting on our good friend Pete Wilson to come in. So we did, before we get to Pete and some news, did want to shout out congratulations to Cheryl Davis and James Fox, who have won tickets to this weekend's Hope in the Hills Bluegrass and Gospel Festival. So please check your Facebook messages for information on picking up your tickets. Again, congratulations to Cheryl Davis and James Fox for winning those tickets. And if you're interested in that Hope in the Hills Bluegrass and Gospel Festival, you can find that online as well. Also, there will be a Jaffe April food giveaway this coming Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Well, hi, Pete. The location is at the Apple Festival building across from the Jackson Walmart on Veterans Drive from 8 to 10 or until the food runs out. You must have a valid ID and must be a representative from each family in the vehicle with no more than 2 families per vehicle. The items to be given away this weekend are frozen meats, various canned and bagged foods, boxed food products, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and other items that may be available. Your patience will be greatly appreciated in the distribution lines. And if you're trying to get up and down McCarty Lane, sometimes it gets a little caught up there. So
Right, that is a great service that Jaffe does.
Thank you, Jaffe.
I believe that I'm correct on this too. It's been this way in the past. It's made possible by a United Fund donation.
Okay.
That helps them to buy the food. And so, if you think that Jaffe, I know they work hard to doing the Apple Festival.
Oh, yeah.
If you think that's all they do,
no.
you are
No.
sadly mistaken.
No, they are a service organization first and foremost.
All right. Okay. Have a kind of like a law enforcement type thing where the public can help if they can.
Yes.
There was a horrible accident on State Route 93 north of Oak Hill on Tuesday evening. I just got more details from the Highway Patrol.
Okay.
But it occurred at 8:05 p.m. on Tuesday evening, State Route 93, 2-3 miles north of Oak Hill, just north of the Zane Oak Road intersection, if you are familiar. But a red Dakota pickup truck, there it is. That is the best picture that we have, but it's, you can see it pretty good there.
Yeah.
That is a surveillance picture that was taken, I think, from the Oak Hill High School Middle School. The accident actually occurred up the road a mile or two north of that. But what happened was that pickup truck hit a 2-year-old boy in the roadway.
Oh, my gosh.
The pickup truck, according to the Highway Patrol, did stop along the side of the road. The father, who was nearby, I don't know whether he saw it, but he was nearby, but he saw that his little boy was hit.
Oh, my gosh.
He came to render first aid. As he approached the boy, the pickup truck took off down the road. Obviously, the Highway Patrol would like to know, the driver.
Sure.
And even though there was no eyewitnesses, I guess, to the wreck itself, even though the father was nearby and appeared very quickly after, this surveillance photo is from the camera that is in operation in front of the school. So they know that this was they're pretty sure this was the vehicle. It is considered to be a Dodge Dakota crew cab 4-door pickup. The model year appears to be in the 2005 to 2011 category. The identity of the driver is unknown. So if you have any idea, just in this truck, you've seen it, you might know who drives a truck like this, please pass that information on to the Highway Patrol.
Yes.
Now,
call the Jackson Post.
Right. Now, obviously, pickup trucks and 2-year-olds don't mix.
No, they do not.
But this was not in the patrol report, but I talked before the report was issued to the sergeant, who was very good about giving me information on this. The last thing that they heard, and this was actually almost 24 hours ago, but I think it's relevant, the boy was taken to Children's Hospital after being initially taken to Adena, but the boy was said to be in good condition yesterday morning. So that was the last report that we had, not directly from the hospital, because you just don't get that information anymore because of HIPAA and so forth. But in following up, the patrol has learned that the boy is going to be okay, and it was listed in good condition. Not sure whether he has been released yet.
Okay.
So we're going to have that picture and story out on our website as quickly as possible. It was not officially reported by the patrol that time. They were very busy, but they have followed up and given me a report now and put it out to other media as well. So we'll have the details out on that soon. Do want to let you know that there's a big event, turning to a happier thing. There's going to be a big event in Wellston this Saturday morning. It is a community tradition. It's the start of the youth sports recreation program. You're talking about baseball and softball, boys and girls, all the way up from T-ball to teenager.
Yep.
But it is the Wellston Parks and Recreation annual spring parade. They do it upright. They start on Saturday morning downtown. All the ball teams are in their uniforms and all, and they are in the back of pickup trucks or in cars or whatever. And they go from the old Kuppenheimer lot, all the way out to the recreation ball fields, which are on State Route 327, Minnesota Avenue.
Fun.
They're at the entrance to the schools. We know where all those fields are. That is also opening day, by the way. So hopefully the weather will be good and all those teams actually start.
Yes.
Youth recreation has always been a big thing in Wellston, particularly the baseball/softball. And so all that is going to start. Now, they make an event of it. In addition to the parade, they always have a grand marshal. They have somebody throw out the first pitch. The grand marshal this year is so appropriate. We can't say enough good things about Make Wellston Beautiful. Make Wellston Beautiful is the private non-public group that basically took over the city recreation about 10 years ago, 9 years ago, when the city was in fiscal emergency and could not run the recreation program.
Right.
You don't have enough money to run the city. Obviously, having even though it's an important thing, putting money into recreation, is not going to be high on the priority list.
Sure.
So Make Wellston Beautiful jumped in there. Tammy Phillips is the current president. She's now on city council. they jumped in there and they not only ran the program and ran it very well with a lot of volunteers. I mean, all volunteers now. They not only ran it, but they made some major improvements. They got a major grant out there from AMLR, which is from the under the state government through abandoned mine lands, because there are abandoned mine lands out there. And they made major improvements to the recreation fields out there. That happened 2 or 3 years ago. There's some lights, there's a trail through there all the way to the high school. They've got a soccer field now. All sorts of great things have happened under Make Wellston Beautiful. So they're going to be honored as the Grand Marshal. And a Wellston High School student, Mason Gillum, will perform the national anthem. The band, of course, the Golden Rocket Marching Band will be in there as well. So big event in Wellston. That will start, the lineup will be at 9 a.m. and I believe the parade will officially start at 10, out to the ball field, ceremonies out there. They have always done this in the past. It's not in this.
Fun.
It's not in this news release, but they've always introduced everybody. Everybody, is in the spotlight for a second. They get. They go through the line, they're introduced, and each ball player is introduced. So that is a really nice thing that they do in Wellston. So that is coming up on Saturday. Lots of other things to tell you about, Jennifer. It's going to be another busy week, 1 week before the Turkey Festival. I believe they're having their prom up in Vinton County this Saturday, so that's a big thing. There's going to be a Bandorama in Wellston on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon and evening. That'll follow, of course, all these ball teams playing, and they're having a Oak Hill Boosters Spring Carnival at the high school, where a lot of the elementary students are involved, and that is a big fundraiser for the Oak Hill Boosters, and it enables them to do that fireworks. Tammy McCabe, does so much there, and I think she's behind it again this year. So we'll say more about that tomorrow, as we look forward to the weekend, and we'll see if there's any update on the on the hit and run pickup truck. And later on today, we'll have that photo online, so you can take a good look at it. I'm sure a lot of people will, because it turns your stomach to know that this happened in the first place, and somebody should be held accountable for it.
Absolutely.
And there's only so many red Dodge Dakota pickup trucks.
That's not a normal thing to see.
If
it were silver, that would be a whole other situation.
It could have been someone, driving through the county. We don't know. But, the patrol is certainly, and area law enforcement as well, is doing all they can to get that picture out there and seek help from the public.
Okay.
So we'll be following up on that, and we'll tell you a whole lot more. Got a lot coming in our Saturday edition of the Telegram as well.
All right. Well, Pete, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. And thanks to all the girls that stopped by today and told us about some of the chamber events and all of the other fun things going on in our community. So we will be back here tomorrow on Friday with some more friends from Holzer, and also Mary Family Winery will be here. So I guess we'll get sloshed.
Okay. Are they bringing samples?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I would be surprised.
All right. Well, have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello, friends at the Marquee. It's Stevie here. We're looking forward to a great show on Saturday night, bringing you New Frontiers Journey Tribute. We're going to sing all the great Journey songs from your childhood, have a great time. All these great songs. That's just looking forward to this. Ann Wilson.
Ann Wilson, thank you, Ann Wilson.
And Nancy. Where'd you guys come from?
Well, it's not going to be an entire night of Journey. We've got some hard lined up here, too.
Really?
Yeah, we've got Barracuda.
Oh, yeah.
Alone. All the good stuff. All the good stuff that you're going to remember.
So great. It's going to be a great show. We hope y'all are going to come and sing with us.
And
Saturday night.
And us.
And them. Saturday night, the Marquee Theater. Please be there.
Be there.
Trying to realize it all. Mama says she was going up there.